Thank you, everyone. The ceremonial lighting of the oil lamp signifies the dispelling of ignorance and the illumination of path towards knowledge. To symbolize the illumination of knowledge through research, I now invite Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe, Vice Chancellor, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, Engineer Nalin Jayasuriya, Guest of Honor of ASBIRES 2024, Professor Rohana Pereira, Dean, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, Professor E.M.P. Ekanayaka and Professor M.M.D.R.D. Gahavatura, Pioneers of ASBIRES, Mr. W.A.D. Chitrananda, Registrar, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, Dr. Erandi Jinadari Wattegama, Chairperson, ASBIRES 2024 Organizing Committee, Professor S.K. Gamage, Dean of the Faculty of Business Studies and Finance, Dr. Manjula Wickramasinghe, Dean of the Faculty of Technology, Professor R.A.R. Prabodhini, Head of the Department of Industrial Management, Dr. Y.A.A. Kumarayapa, Head of the Department of Electronics, Mr. T. Aruchelvam, Head of the Department of Computing and Information Systems, Mr. G.S.C.M. Karunananda, Head of the Department of Mathematical Sciences, Mr. M. Piyathilaka, Senior Assistant Registrar, Faculty of Applied Sciences, a representative from Ceylon Bank, and one presenter from the today's technical session. I cordially invite Mrs. Takshila Porgasdenia Bursar of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka as well.
Thank you everyone for gracing this occasion with your presence. Now it's the time for traditional puja dance, symbolizing the pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. Let us welcome this graceful tribute to learning and innovation.
Thank you, performance, for your enchanting performance. Now I have the honor of inviting Professor Rohana Pereira, Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, to welcome all the distinguished guests to today's event.
Good morning to you all. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to Applied Science, Business and Industrial Research Symposium of the Faculty of Applied Sciences, which is ASBIRES 2024 in short. Now, this is the 16th time we staged this annual event of the faculty, the major research event of the faculty. So we are indeed very proud about that. And also this year, there's special significance as well. This event overlaps with our 25th year anniversary celebrations as well. So initially, this symposium was started to provide a platform for our final year undergraduates to present their industrial training research work and also the final year research projects. Now, over the years, this symposium has developed, and recently the scope has been expanded, and now even the outside researchers, outsiders from researchers from outside the university, and also even some foreign participants or presenters are also scheduled to present at this symposium. So these are some big achievements when we consider a symposium initially started to primarily to cater to the requirements of the faculty, but now it has been expanded to include researchers from from outside as well. So that is a brief introduction to this symposium. So there are, as you can see, there's 16 long years of history, and there are many people behind this event. But my duty is to welcome you all. So first of all, I must welcome the Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe, the Vice Chancellor of Wayamba University, Sri Lanka, who has been helping the faculty and the symposium throughout his tenure, and he has been supporting all the events of the faculty. So I must thank on behalf of the faculty for his contribution, the support, and especially for gracing the event today. So thank you very much, sir. Your presence is a great honor to all of us. Then on our invitation, we have with us the deans from two faculties of the Kuliyapitiya premises, Professor S.K. Gamage, the Dean of the Faculty of Business Studies and Finance, and also Dr. Manjula Wickramasinghe, the Dean of the Faculty of Technology, the sister faculty of Applied Sciences. So thank you very much, sirs, for your presence. So it is a great encouragement for all of us. Then I would like to invite Professor E.M.P. Ekanayaka, the former Dean of the Faculty and also former Vice Chancellor of the University, for his presence. So he has one of the pioneers of the symposium and a person who dedicated his life to the development of the faculty. So thank you very much, sir, for your presence. Then the Registrar of the University, Mr. Chitrananda, who has been always behind our events, supporting our request and supporting everything, and even he supported a lot in developing furnishing this auditorium as well. Then I welcome Mr. or Engineer Nalin Jayasuriya, the General Manager, Sri Lanka Telecom PLC. So thank you very much, sir, for your presence, and we really appreciate your presence amidst, we know, amidst a very, very busy schedule, but finding a time to share your experience with all of us this morning. So it's a great honor, and I am sure all of us are waiting to listen to your speech. And then I must welcome all the heads of department, the senior professors and senior lecturers, and the lecturers of the faculty, and also the junior staff who have been helping us throughout this process. And also especially they have been involved in supervising and guiding all the students up to this level. So I must mention, in addition to welcoming you, I must highlight the salient features as well, their contribution as well. And also, I would like to welcome the acting bursar of the university, Ms. Polkasdinia, for your presence, and she and the bursar are supporting every activity of the faculty. Then we have with us the directors of the units, Director ICT Center, Dr. Rajapaksha, and Director of Physical Education Unit, Mr. Vellasa. So thank you very much, sirs, for your presence. So that is a great encouragement for all of us. Then we have with us the Senior Assistant Registrar of the faculty and his staff. Again, your presence and your contribution I must highlight, and it is a great encouragement. So, so those are again another batch of staff who have been behind the success of this event. Then there are sponsors and their representatives who are present here. So I extend a very warm welcome to you. So your assistants have helped us immensely in making this event a reality. Then there are many invitees who have joined the event today on our invitation. So I extend a very warm welcome to all of them as well. Then to all the other invitees, which I'm unable to name or unable to identify their position. So I welcome all of them. And finally, the most important, the group, all the students or the presenters who are going to present their work at this symposium. So thank you very much for your hard work, and also not missing the event and participating to get the last academic experience in your university career as well. So without taking much time, I must give way to the Vice Chancellor to give his speech, and also to our keynote speaker, Engineer Nalin Jayasuriya, to deliver his speech. And even though this is not the vote of thanks, as the Dean of the Faculty, I must mention the support extended or by actually the chairperson of ASBIRES, Dr. Erandi Wattegama, and her team, all the committee chairs and all the members who are behind this event. Now, even though this is a small-scale event, as we may guess, but there's a lot of work behind this, as you may, the experienced staff members could guess. So there are a lot of work when staging an event like this meticulously. So thank you very much to the chairperson of ASBIRES 2024 and all her team and all who supported. There are many to name, but I extend an overall big thank you to everyone. So thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for warmly welcoming the attendees. We are further honored by the presence of our esteemed chief guest, Senior Professor Udit K. Jayasinghe, Vice Chancellor of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, who will now share his thoughts with us.
Good morning to everybody, including the deans of the three faculties here and the special guest, Nalin, former Vice Chancellor, and all heads, academics, administrative staff members, and very especially the students. It's very happy to be here today morning. We'll have to, it's a sort of, as an economist, it is a sort of opportunity cost to me and Rohan also. You know, it's a Royal Thomian match today. We from same school, same hostel. If otherwise, I would have been for the Royal Thomian for a half a day session to meet my other friends. We were in the hostel together. That's why I participate to all 16 ASBIRES in various capacities. So anyway, I thought coming to ASBIRES is number one, not because it is my duty, because we stayed and stand for the research and development of the country in particular and in the Wayamba University of Sri Lanka together with all academic, administrative and the staff students. I myself am very happy, supervise when it's come to the last year, 137 undergraduate students, now they are working in various capacities. I know you also more than me. So that means this kind of symposium works not only for students, but for the academics and others, because we are coming up by working with them, bringing that one into different levels, develop such areas into different scopes, and then either publicize or to work with them, show the results and so on. So having it for a 16-year, if you are going to count the contributions made by this one of the oldest faculties in the Wayamba University of Sri Lanka together with the BSF and agriculture faculty there, it is very difficult to count, very difficult to count. By number, by rupees, if you are going to count, it is not possible, right? You can say this tree is this much worth, that much worth, that much worth. But the oldest tree, the Sima Bodhi, you cannot even think of a worth of a single leaf. It is the thing. If you go by the buildings, you can say that much, this much, that much. But even the buildings built up by the Anthony, still, right? We worth it very much. May not be the best buildings, but they are the buildings created the history for the Wayamba University. So the ASBIRES for the 16th year is very important. Saying so, new two faculties were added, right? When you add the new faculties in this 25th year history, around 5 to 6 year old faculties, they are like sons of old faculties, mothers and fathers, right? So the fathers from the Gamagesh faculty and the Rohanas faculty here, we know that one, 25 years old. And if we take about the resources and all these things, may not be incompatible, but they cannot value in that sense. But we value how the sons are working first, because if the sons are working well, that is because of father and mother. So I am very happy the F40, today it is undergoing a couple of days time. The accreditation, we have facing accreditation to accredit their degree program. 8 professors and senior members are working for now for 3 days. I'm sure they are very happy as a faculty with the 5 years just experience, what we have achieved. Out of all FOT faculties, the accreditation was got only by the Sri Jayawardenepura University. We know what is Sri Jayawardenepura, right? It's around 30,000, and but we are the second. We are the second to go for that one. No other university with their faculties, even in big universities, they didn't come forward. But Professor Alagiyawanna, I should thank him, together with his staff and the Manjula and all. They come forward. We work over the last 3 months, day and night, by supporting. So I'm sure we may be, I'm not going to say because it is their job to decide, but they are happy what the Wayamba University is doing. Even yesterday evening I asked, we see everything other than students. Manko, that is why it is called university. They are in the lecture halls or in the hostel, not in somewhere here and there. Even today morning, they didn't see the students. I asked, okay, go around, go to the lecture halls, and you will see the students, they are learning. So likewise, the buildings and the physical structure, staff members' qualifications, not only in the technology faculty, we have shown, see our staff members. FOT is housed in the FAS. That is a very key point. සිංහලෙන් කියනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ අහනවා වෙන ෆැකල්ටි එකක් එහෙම තව ෆැකල්ටි එකක් ඇතුළේ තිබ්බනම් මෙලහට දෙකම නැහැ කියලා. ඒක තමයි ඇත්ත කතාව. But we should thank FAS. You have housed FOT until today. Even accreditation panel is in your building. But we have said that one by March 31st. We are going to take it up, FOT, 100% successful. It is the first university, first FOT faculty which utilize all the money without single audit query or without taking any issues. Even we had meetings yesterday and a couple of days ago also. They're very happy, go ahead and pay. And same thing happened with the Faculty of Medicine, we should remember, because if the sons like FOT and MO medical faculty is working well, that gives a signal, definitely, old people are doing better than that. It is good to show the sons rather than showing little old fathers, mothers, CRs and all this. So Faculty of Medicine got the accreditation. I am very happy, that's why he could not even come. Even he's come to yesterday also. We have got a permission from the ministry to utilize the buildings in Kurunagala with the academic staff to establish, admit all these things. Very happy. We are working in different capacities, both maybe today also it will be happening. So thanks to that one. We got that very difficult approval given by secretary. Secretary also, thanks to somebody or other, he's our good friend. He's in the hostel with me and Rohana, Nalaka Kalueva. Not because of that he has given. We have pushed him. Nalaka Mona Harimeka Kohumari Denda. Because Faculty of Medicine going to release their 100 and this big batch, first batch in the next convocation. They have done everything, all doctors and others. That's why I have told this. When they are okay, that message is gone to the outside. In Wayamba University, 2 new faculties are working without any issue, no money issue, no financial issue. Even the what is called township people, they have come. Our progress 99.96 in progress. A few amount of money is spent, but we are thinking about at least getting a photocopy machine for that one. If otherwise, we could save 1,100, and we decided finally with the government orient this one, ladies hostel in Kuliapitia. So with that, that issue will also be solved. So what I have told, you are leaving today, students, right? This is your 4th year. you may be thinking we are not going to have them, right? But all these staff members here, right? When we come here, we didn't have anything then. You have at least, see, auditoriums, air conditions and everything, right? One of the best libraries are coming. I think it is the best, better than any library once it is established with all facilities, computer centers, everything with very equipped. Staff members, what is called, their rooms, accredited ආපු ටීම් එකයි හිතන්නේ ඒ හෝටල් කියලා. මොකද ඒක ඇතුළට ගියාම ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකි හෝටල් රුපියල් 6000ට හෝටල් කාමරයක් ගන්න බෑ මං හිතන්නේ කොහෙවත්. මාසෙකට තියා දවසකටවත්. So for students also we want to give such facilities. That's why we wanted to allocate that money into the students, especially ladies. So FAS did the sacrifice for that one. You have given you a space when you don't have space. You have maintained 2 dean office in your building. So no problem, no struggles, conflicts, nothing. So that's a great sacrifice. Thank you so much for that one. Don't think you are from a small batch or an old batch or neglected batch or we could have been given first. No. You have given first, as the Lord Buddha said very well. When you give only, you will be satisfied. එනිසා මම එදා ගමගේගේ ෆැකල්ටි එකේ ගිහිල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ දැන් මේ අම්මයි තාත්තයි මරන්නේ අපි කොයි වෙලාවෙවත් මරන්න හොඳත් නැහැ හිතන්න හොඳත් නැහැ ඒක ආනන්තරී පාප කර්ම. හැබැයි බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ කිව්වා එක අම්මා කෙනෙකුයි එක තාත්තා කෙනෙකුයි ඉන්නවා මැරුවට කමන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. එහෙම කියනවා හිතනකොට බයන්නේ බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ එහෙම කියන්නේ කියලා. ඒ කවුද මං එදත් කිව්වේ ඒ පළවෙනි තාත්තා තමයි අවිද්‍යාව. ඒ නිසා මං හිතන්නේ සයන්ස් ෆැකල්ටි අවිද්‍යාකාරයෝ නැහැ. ඒ නිසා එහෙම තාත්තලා මේකේ නැහැ. අම්මා තමයි තණ්හාව. තණ්හාව තියෙනවා නම් තමන්ගේ එක දෙයිය තමන් වෙන තැනක ඉඳගෙන. ඒ නිසා මං හිතනවා ඕගොල්ලෝ ඒ අම්මයි තාත්තයි මරලත් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා කිසිම අවුලක් නැතුව මේ වැඩේ යනවා. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. In my capacity as Vice Chancellor, not only that, as the UDIT here, we worked day and night, even with many of you. You contributed your maximum to bring Wayamba University to this level when it celebrates its 25th year, right? And students going out, please get that message, give that message, right? You have 150 students, say, if you go for the last 10 years, it is 1,500. It's not a small amount of people or something. If the medical faculty after 10 years, there will be 1,500 or doctors from Wayamba, right? So that is what every hostel, every hospital goes, the Wayamba student will be there. Every office or something, Wayamba one will be there. So promote the Wayamba University's logo, then promote the faculty logo, then promote your logo, because it is automatically coming to you. Thanks for organizing this one for the first time, and Professor Ekanayaka and you starting it and brought up to 16th time. In the same fashion we have in the agriculture faculty, we started that one in 1999, and now it's come to 23rd. And every year, at any cost, we have held it. So these are the things we are going to give to students. And after you, another set of students coming. Students will be coming and going. We will be staying more than that time, right, and going. But others, other students, they should take the, what is called, responsibility of bringing the Wayamba University into our vision of bringing, it is the best undergraduate science-based university in Sri Lanka. I am sure with those accreditation to new faculties and other 4 faculties are working hard, and with the second best employment rate in Sri Lanka for any other field, we would be able to achieve it. Thank you so much for inviting me on this March 7th morning to address, not only address you, to participate with you and be with you for a, say up to 1:30. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring message and visionary leadership in uplifting our university. Now, the moment we all have been anticipating, the keynote address by our distinguished guest of honor, Engineer Nalin Jayasuriya. He is currently the General Manager of Program Management in Sri Lanka Telecom PLC. Mr. Nalin Jayasuriya is a multidisciplinary professional with expertise in engineering, IT, HR, and project management. He holds a BSc Engineering, specializes in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering from University of Moratuwa, and 3 postgraduate degrees including an MBA in Management of Technology, an MSc in Project Management from University of Moratuwa, and Master of Labor Relations and Human Resources Management degree from University of Colombo. A chartered engineer and HR professional, Engineer Jayasuriya is a fellow of IESL and IET UK and serves as the president of the IET Sri Lanka Network 2025. With over 22 years of industry experience and 20 years in academia, he is a seasoned researcher, international speaker, international professional reviewer, and certified ITIL engineer. Mr. Jayasuriya has published widely in knowledge management and IT project management. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now have the privilege of listening to such an eminent scholar. Please join me in welcoming Engineer Nalin Jayasuriya with a warm round of applause.
Okay. Good morning, all. And Senior Professor Udita, Vice Chancellor of University of Wayamba, and all the deans of faculties of University of Wayamba, as well as senior lecturers, students, and the conference participants, and ladies and gentlemen. So, first of all, Thank you for inviting me as a keynote speaker here, and as well as first I congratulate Professor for achievements, all the achievements what he mentioned today, right? So it's really good to see that state universities going very fast comparing to the other universities. So that's what we actually expect. Especially we also a product of free education, right? So we know that what is the value of the free education now once you compare into the amount we have to pay for a private if we are going for a private places. So it's very nice that your contribution for our free education this level, and I hope that students really appreciate and really understand the value of this. So my agenda. So actually this is a very timely topic because it's not because I am a researcher in the knowledge management, and because the industry like the telcos, ITs, and comparing to the other industry, why telco and IT is going very fast? Because of more and more knowledge sharing and collaboration is there comparing to the other industry. If we are not, as an industry person, we basically expect to get a more efficient and the productivity from our side, as well as to reduce the cost, right? So that's what is the expectation from the customer outside. So they expecting a better product, better services in a lesser cost. So how we can match that is the important part, right? That is the part we are basically discussing, how we can give a better product and very productive product, user-friendly product for the customer, a lesser amount than what he already paid previously. So that's the target actually we are try to match in industry, whatever the industry, not only the telcos or not only the IT. So that's what, even agriculture, that's what we expect. That is the barrier actually most of the time we are facing. One part is this knowledge sharing and the collaboration. So these are the topic, the items I am going to cover. So we'll see. So I'll skip the definitions. And the most of the time, the knowledge sharing previously happened with a face-to-face, right? So we just documented something and keep there. There is no other way to share that particular knowledge. We end of each projects, we keep the lesson learned, right? Whatever the projects we completed, we are preparing a lesson learned. But unfortunately, there is no way to share that particular lesson learned. So we keep that. So the next time another similar project we are doing, sometimes we may do the same errors what we have done previously. So that the same things we are doing in the part, because there is no particular knowledge sharing, no way to share that particular knowledge or the learning what we have gained during that particular part. So the other part basically, so if considering the case study part, so I consider the manufacturing as well as the telco industry. So the more and more telco industry, there is nothing called competitors now, right? Because all are become partners now. If we think in other part as a competitor, we can't develop. We try to share more and more our knowledge and try to do the collaboration with that. So there are a lot of platforms created within the industry now, right? So for example, so I missed that to mention the TM forum, telemanagement forum. So that basically combination of service providers, equipment manufacturers, service integrators, as well as some the researchers from the academia side collaborate to develop that particular platform. So they share that particular part each and every time. So that's we can learn and we can improve the part. So the previously, if you want to implement one new service, it may took like sometimes the 3 months or 4 months, right? Because we doing the errors and we do the configuration from the beginning. But now, within a very short period, we are in a position to release a new product. So the time to market we drastically reduce because of these collaborative platforms, right? So because we share that part and we allow to industry standards for that part. So I'll come to that part later. So the limitation of traditional, so there are more silos. So people think that the knowledge is the asset and try to keep everything within them. That they thinking that's how they can survive. That knowledge kingdoms they try to build, right? They are not sharing, that keep that information. So if I can remember like 20 years back, so before we introduce in the certain IT platforms, all the connectivity informations were within the 1 or 2%. So anybody wants to see that any connection is there, any ports available, we have to contact that particular person. So he thinks that he's the kingdom, right? Because he has anybody wants to get, for example, in this particular area, if you want to check whether there are any, the connectivity, any ports there to get the new connection, we have to call that particular person and check. Right, so then in 2002, we introduced a platform called Operational Support System. So that all that information entered to that particular platform. Thereafter, even now, any person from whatever the place can check whether there is a possibility of getting a new connection. That information is already shared among all the employees, always as sometimes with some enterprise level customers. So that if they do not need to contact one person, or they don't need to depend on one person, because that information is already available, right? Because nothing to hide that part, it's available now. So the one other part related with the limited collaboration, people think that sharing that information, they are losing their competitive edge. They try to keep that. So then they don't see how much new innovations comes in outside, because they think that only their company or their particular part only, right? So the lack of scalability and the inefficiencies and the miscommunication. So the people keep that information and interpret it in a different way, because others don't see the reality, right? That's because they keep everything within themselves. To overcome that, the knowledge silos we have to break, right? So the people keep the industry operation, the fragment, and the incapability of access that particular knowledge, because that particular knowledge is within only 1 or 2%, or only maybe in a documented level only. It's not shared level, right? So the more and more innovations comes with the collaboration. So if you see the platforms like the Procter & Gamble, so the generic electrics, so they try to provide the more and more Tesla. So they try to provide the more and more information for the outsider to build the similar products. So once that's the part they want. So based on that, they try to build the industry standards for that. So if you keep the information within that, it's not become the going across the industry, right? So the more and more information you shared within the industry, so industry standards are building. So that's what I mentioned in the TM forum guys did. So they basically, previously, if you want to integrate with another like integration level, so the couple with the two systems, so it's take like months, because of that most information are proprietary for the vendors. So if you don't know that particular the vendor's details, you can't do the integration. So each and every time we have to go after that particular vendor to get the integration. But after introducing the TM forum like an industry standard, each and every person or the vendor and the integrator has to follow that particular standard. So then it's just a plug and play. So you do not need to depend on any configuration. It's all the informations are available, shared level. So they can directly plug that part and can use that particular part. So the cultural resistance, most of the time, with the organizational silos are built, the knowledge silos are built, as well as the organizational hierarchy level, there is the issue, especially the department level. So it's a huge hierarchy. It's very difficult to move the information moving from top level to the bottom level. It takes time. So it's not available that part. So if you want to release certain information, you have to go for each and every process to release that particular information to the outside. So that is a one barrier. Another thing is the people may think that particular information may be securely needed, right? For example, the certain the data security access you need to keep, and the IP, the intellectual properties, right? So these people think like, so that particular one, we need to keep that particular information within themselves. Then they can get the maximum. So this particular part need to break down and need to allow for each and every industry and each and every person to collaborate that part and develop. So that's what the Tesla did. Tesla, the electrical vehicles. So what they have done, they allow that their patent to use by any other person, rather than keeping that. So the other people try to develop a same battery level, right, again and again. Rather than the Tesla develop their own part, they allow the other manufacturers to follow them. So ultimately, there are more charging places created. So that automatically give value to the Tesla, the electrical vehicles. If they keep everything within themselves, if they are the only person try to develop that, so in that situation, the limited vehicles comes to the market. Limited charging centers. So the people who are going to buy the Tesla vehicles, they have only limited places to get the charging. So that's a disadvantage for the marketing point of view. What they have done, they provide the patent rights to the other people and encourage them to develop the same products again and sometimes a better product than them. So in that case, they more and more new products come for the electric. So that's the one way they can move from the industry level. So the industry level collaboration started, industry level people try to develop that, and more cost reduction products comes as well as the performance increase. Because many people try to develop the similar thing in different angles, rather than only one company try to develop everything. So ultimately it becomes the industry standard. So the advantage of knowledge sharing, which I mentioned, efficiency and productivity, automatically the efficiency is increased because of the people are sharing that part, and the productivity. So we try to develop a new products, create the new things, as well as improve efficiency and innovate, accelerate, new products comes to the market. So you can see the technology or the systems what we have seen today, next year we are getting a completely different version. So if you move the one version to the other version very fast, because of the people are contributing to develop that. So rather than only 1 or 2% develop that, so that particular knowledge across the industry try to develop that, it's automatically comes. So for example, if you consider a billing system, so now the previously the one billing system developed by the only one party. If you consider NetCracker, so they develop only a one billing system. Or Amdocs come and develop another billing system. But now each and every team try to collaborate that and introduce in more and more advanced features for the customers. So the competitors basically depends on how they provide the service for the customers. How they provide the better products, because technology-wise, it's almost similar. That's entirely change basically only the way they provide the service, how they provide the after-sales service, how they provide the services if there any fault happen. So based on that, the vendor to vendor is vary. So because, and also they can't keep a higher margin there, because all are using a similar type of technology, right? So the enhanced decision making, because more and more informations are available, so easy for the decision makers to take decisions, rather than keeping you have to try to find the information. Informations are available already, so they have to take the decisions. So for example, the expert systems, or more and more informations, and the systems like enterprise resource planning, more and more informations related with that available. So the decision makers can take easy the decision because more and more informations are available. So the cost efficiency and the product quality is increasing because of the knowledge sharing. So if you see the few platforms related with the knowledge sharing, Generic Electrics, they developed the digital twin, right? So they introduced this digital twin to using the more and more application side developments, and the Siemens, the global learning platforms. So they basically use from the lower staff to the CEO level, all are trying to use in the same platform. Same platform, they share their informations, they share their experience. The different the research teams are there. They each and every time they share their what they find and their difficulty, how they can overcome that particular part. They have to share it, so the other people can easily get that part and try to avoid next time the similar thing. So based on that, they can introduce better products than the previously, because more and more informations are available, and more the issues they can identify, the challenges, they know that how the one team overcome the challenges. So no need to, nothing secret. So that is shared within the company. So I think the Toyota Kaizen, the philosophy is a well-known philosophy in the worldwide, because they are the one is the knowledge management. If you consider the knowledge management, the Japanese peoples are leading most of the places, like the Nonaka and Takushi in 1992 introducing the spiral model for knowledge sharing. So similarly, they introducing the Kaizen, the philosophy in operational level, continuous improving. So the people can contribute, even for the non-related person can give some ideas how the platforms can be improved. So the Procter & Gamble, so they using the connect and develop platforms. So basically, not their own staff, even their partners as well as the competitors can contribute for this particular one. So based on that, they have already developed certain very leading products in the market, the pharmaceutical market, because of this particular collaboration. So I'll skip this one. So the industry collaboration through the industry excellence through the collaboration. So Airbus Skywise platform. So basically they are gathering the information from the developing part as well as the airline maintenance people. Because sometimes the maintenance, once you develop the product, so finally it's mainly handled by the maintenance team. So sometimes maintenance team can get the better idea how the next version can improve. The same thing happening with the IT platform level also. So before they release the next version, they basically gather the information from the existing users, how they can feel this particular one, what they really require, what are the bugs they can identify, what are the new features they want. So based on that, the next versions they are going to develop. Similarly, the Airbus Skywise, so that's how they have developed. They get the maintenance partners, they get the manufacturers, and they get the airline, the service providers, and they get their ideas to develop the next version. So based on that, it reduces the maintenance cost, because they can identify the previous failures and can identify the next failures. Okay. So how the knowledge sharing can support for the sustainability? One thing is optimize resource usage, right? Basically, with the support of AI, you can identify how the resources are optimized within that. So for example, if you consider the telecom industry, the previously main factor is the spectrum. Spectrum is the most valuable resource for the telco industry. Right, so if you have a more spectrum, you can give a better service or better coverage for the customers, and give a better bandwidth of that particular spectrum. So the previously, so if you have the spectrum, and some person maybe not highly use the spectrum, some person maybe heavily use that particular spectrum, what they allocated for them. But based on the spectrum management now with the support of AI, so in a situation, in a very congestion situation, if the person A bandwidth is not fully utilized, but the vendor B can be using the A's bandwidth there and get the service, and they can pay for that particular additional value what they have consumed. Right, for example, especially in a area like in like in a town area. So most of the time, during the 5 to 6 time, so they are getting a peak. So the more calls may be not success. So the some operator may have a limited bandwidth, so they are not fully utilized that one. So the other persons can share that particular bandwidth and can use that part, and they can pay the additional amount what they have used. So that's the advantage with that's basically linked with the AI, or we call this as the RAN sharing, radio access network sharing part with the support of AI. So previously you can't do that part because it's fixed for one person. So the sustainable supply chain, so that's identify the supply chain entirely linked with the manufacturing, so they can share what their available products and what is the lead time and everything with the manufacturer. So AI, so with these particular platforms, the artificial intelligence play a critical role, because most of the time the AI like AI can manage many variables or many factors than any other part. Right. For example, if you are using we need to identify the network congestions, right, and the network failures, right. So it's based on the previous data patterns, based on the previously the traffic patterns, the AI can predict what type of bandwidth required for this particular area. So that basically we can use that particular knowledge to increase the bandwidth in the planning next time. Or sometimes dynamically AI can manage the bandwidth. Right, so you do not need to be the fixed one. Previous it's a fixed bandwidth. So whether you like it or no, within that part you are using. But now with the support of AI, dynamically we can adjust that. It's like a route. So the road is already fixed. But if the road is a flexible one, if the very heavy congestion time, all can move that particular road. But now the roads are very limited because of that, whether in the traffic time or the normal time, we have a one bandwidth. But here with the AI, it can predict based on the previous data patterns, and they can identify that part and do that. So other part is you can link with the machine learning. Basically, the machine learning can go beyond the artificial intelligence level. It's actually a subset of artificial intelligence. It can identify the complex data patterns of the customer behavior of that particular one. And also the customer churn we can identify previously. Right, so based on the customer, the way they have using the particular products, where they are the billing patterns, how they have the payments part, based on that, the AI, the machine learning can predict these customer can be churned. So based on that particular part, we can introduce new packages for them. Right, sometimes there are some recommendation platforms are there. Right, based on the AI, it's provided based on the customer, the behavior, billing pattern, and the particular chatbot basically providing information for the customer, recommended customer. Rather than you are using this particular package, you can go for another package. It's based on the customer, the billing patterns, customer usage pattern. They are suggesting how the customer can support it for the next level. So what is the best package for him? Sometimes he may be, without knowing, he may be using a one package. It may be not the most suitable package for him. Right? So that's recommendation is actually can handle with the AI-driven chatbots. Empower knowledge sharing. So the AI basically support for the knowledge sharing because it can identify the knowledge, the data traffic patterns and the usage patterns and share that. So if the complex data, sometimes we may not in a position to identify the customer behaviors each and every level. So that basically gathered by the machine learning or the AI, the vendors or the product developers. So this is the customer expectation. This is the customer wants from the service providers. So that level they can share based on that. The next time, if you develop in a new product, if you develop in a new service based on the multiple factors, they can consider these factors for develop that. So the breaking down knowledge silos, so you can share the